So we were discussing on ether channel. This ether channel is not only for layer 2, it is also for layer 3. We discussed on various advantages that we get out of ether channel, like increased bandwidth, redundancy, failover, and so on. Now let's assume you have a switch between which you have a layer 2 connection. What does that mean? You may have an access links, or you may be having some trunk links, which is purely a layer 2. When I do aggregation of links that are layer 2 in nature, then the port channel, the ether channel that you configured is also a layer 2 ether channel. But if I will have an IP address, this is not a trunk port, this is not an access port, instead they are layer 3 ports, meaning if I will give an IP address to the virtual interface, the port channel interface, if I will give an IP address, then it is called layer 3 ether channel. With IP address layer 3, without IP address layer 2. Do you have any question? Right. To remind you, let me also say, we have layer 2 switches, we have layer 3 switches. If you will go to a port and say no switch port, if you will give this command no switch port, then that interface is a layer 3 interface, meaning that interface is ready to take your IP address, that is ready to support routing. By default, all multi-layer switches are layer 2 only. What is multi-layer? The switch that works in layer 2 as well as layer 3. We call it as multi-layer switch. Now if you want to do layer 3 ether channel, you need to have a multi-layer switch. So in our packet tracer, I'm going to show you where we can find the multi-layer switch so that we can test both layer 2 and layer 3 in it. You see, when I click on switches, I have this big box rectangle 3560. This is a multi-layer switch. See, it is written multi-layer switch, a bigger one. Now I'm going to connect a wire between these two. I'm going to connect two wires so that we can bundle them. I'm going to bundle these interfaces. If I don't bundle, we will have only one active link because they are subjected to spanning tree protocol. To prevent loop, STP is going to block one of the port. If you want to have full throughput of all the possible links, then you need to do ether channel. Those are all the stories that we learned in the previous class. You see, this is blocking now. When I go to the switch, I'm going to name the switch as switch 2, multi-layer switch underscore 2. I'm just giving this as the name for the switch. So the host name I have changed through the GUI. And I'm going to have another switch now. So the switch 0, I'm going to name it as switch 1. I'll change the name as 1. Right. Now if you see here show spanning tree, you can see that both the links are active because it is a root switch. Whereas the other switch, if you see show spanning tree, you got one as a blocking, meaning you cannot have full bandwidth. Not only that, the cost is 19. I want you to remember this. The cost is 19 as of now. After you bundle these two links as one logical link, because you have more bandwidth after bundling, the cost will go down. Right now the interface type is point to point. Remember, after we bundle it, you will see as shared. Alright, now let's do it. First of all, let us do layer 2 ether channel. You need to go under these two interfaces, 01 and 02. See, those are the two interfaces you're going to bundle. Interface range fast Ethernet 0/1-2. What does this command mean? Whenever you have some similar configuration to do on multiple links, whenever we have similar configuration to do on multiple links, we use the range command instead of going under every single interface. You need not to go to every single interface and put the same command again and again. Use the range command, get into those interfaces. Right now I'm inside these two interfaces. Now I can say switchboard mode access, and then I'm going to say channel -group command. Channel -group. You see, you can have 1 to 48 groups. Depending on the operating system, it keeps changing. This switch is a big switch. It supports even 48 groups. Some supports only 8 groups, some supports only 6 groups. This supports 48. I'm not saying in one group 48 interface. I'm saying you can have 48 groups itself. In one group, how many is allowed? We saw in the previous class. In one group, how many is allowed and how many will be active? Answer please. Wonderful. 16 is allowed in a bundle and 8 will be active. So I'm going to say group number 1, and this group ID must MUST match on the other side also. And then you need to say channel group 1 mode command. Mode command will help you to enable any one of this. You can manually turn it on by putting on both sides, or you can use active one side and passive on the other side, or you can use desirable on one side, auto on another side. So you see, if I want to enable LACP protocol, tell me what are all the two options I have. What are all the two options if I want to have LACP? You can see here and tell me, no? You see LACP in this line, LACP in this line. There is no other LACP lines. Correct. I can have active on one side and passive on another side. Can I have passive on both sides? No. Can you have active on both sides? Very good. Yes. See, what is active? If I configure active on switch 2, that switch will go and initiate the negotiation of forming ether channel with the next switch. Passive will follow the active. Passive will take commands from active. So who is commander in chief? The active. When you make both the side active, both the side will become ether channel. Both side will form ether channel faster when you make both the side active. If one side is active, one side is passive, still ether channel will be formed, but it will be a bit slower. You know, if two people have got same way of thinking, when they see an opportunity, both will say, hey, come on guy, let us do it. Yeah, I'm also thinking the same thing. Come on, let's do it. Oh, wonderful. If one is dumb guy and another is clever, dumb guy wants to come up in life, but he's dumb. Only when clever guy says, hey, I see an opportunity, why don't we try? Then this dumb guy will say, yeah, I also see now. Let's do it. So there's a huge difference between these two. And if two dumb guys become a partner, nothing is going to happen. So at least one should be active, another should be passive. Both sides can be active, but both sides it cannot be passive. Now if I want to have PAGP protocol, what are the options we have? Please speak to me. PAGP has got only two options, no? Desirable and auto. Desirable and active are same. Desirable is a word that we use in PAGP. Active is a word we use in LACP. Auto is a word we use in PAGP. Passive is the word we use in LACP. Now you need to decide whether we want to use Cisco proprietary protocol or IEEE protocol, industry standard protocol. Tell me which one is industry standard, LACP or PAGP? LACP or PAGP, which one is Cisco? I didn't hear you. Wonderful. LACP is industry standard. PAGP is Cisco's. If you want to have Cisco proprietary protocol, then you can say one side desirable, another side also desirable, or one side active, one side desirable or other side auto. Auto, no. Desirable, yes. Auto desirable, yes. Likewise, if you are going for LACP as a protocol option, then active is okay. Active passive is also okay. What is not okay is passive. Now, I don't want LACP. I don't want PAGP. I want to configure it manually, statically. Then you go to the both side and say on. Now you give me a option. What do you want me to choose out of these three? Cisco, non-Cisco, static. Which one you want me to do? Give me an option. Cisco. So you want PAGP. So I'm going to say channel group mode desirable. Now if you see, show spanning tree, still nothing happened, but show IP interface brief, you can see there is one new interface created. One new interface is created, and but the interface state is down and down. You see the interface state is down and down. Both the side interface has to be configured with Etherchannel. Because you configure only on switch 2, this is down and down. This will come up and up when you finish configuring on the other side. So going to the other side, the other switch, Before that, come on, let's do one more check. On switch 2, I'm going to say show ether channel. It says there is an L2, means layer 2 ether channel. Maximum 8 ports are active, can be active, but only 2 is currently present. And the port channel is identified, ether channel is identified with the number 1. The protocol that is enabled is PAGP, port aggregation protocol. There is one more command, summary. This shows there are 2 interfaces made as a member of this port channel 1, but both are capital I. What is capital I? Capital I means stand alone, meaning they are not still active. Not only that, I also see capital S and capital D. Capital S means it is layer 2. Capital D means down. You see, it is down. Someone tell me why it is down? Why it is down? This one, sir. Because the other side is not yet configured. Okay, after configuring, what do you expect from here? Instead of D, what should I see? I should see U. Alright, let's do it on the other side. Other side, switch 1, enable config T, interface range F0/1-2, switch port mode access, channel group 1, mode. On the other side we enabled PAGP, so you have only 2 options, desirable or auto. On the other side I have given desirable. This side you can give desirable or auto, both are same. See, the port channel interface has come up now. Let's go back to the old switch. Previously it was capital D, now it is U. U means it is in use. Previously it was I here, I means standalone, but now it is P. P means right now it has formed a port channel. It is the member of the port channel. Next is on the other side. Let's go and check show IP interface brief. The protocol also I want it to be, yeah, it is up. Let's check one more thing, show spanning tree. You can see here the cost has been gone down. You can see here it is no more 2 interface, it is one logical PO interface. Means what? Port channel interface. And the type of the interface is shared type. It is not P2P. It is not point to point. It is shared. So we can see here all the ports are green and you got less cost, which means you got more bandwidth. What we have seen now is layer 2 ether channel. What is the proof? You can see here, show ether channel summary. You can see here it is capital S, means layer 2. When you make it as layer 3, it will be capital OR. Are you ready for layer 3? Why there is need for a spanning tree protocol? A spanning tree protocol will come into picture only when redundant links are seen. Right now they are, even though they are 2 links, they are now called as one single link. Then how spanning tree will work? Spanning tree will not work when you have single link. Now let us change it into layer 3. It is very simple. Tell me, what is the name of the interface for the bundle? What is the name of the bundle interface? What is the name of the bundle interface? What name it has given? Instead of F01 and F02, what is the current name for the bundle? Instead of F01 and 02, what is the current name for the bundle? PO1. 1. That 1 is because we gave 1, group ID 1. Fine. So you need to go under interface PO1. PO means port channel. And then say no switch port. That makes the port to support routing. No switch port. So everything you did for layer 2 Etherchannel is the same. This is one extra to make it as layer 3. You say no switch port and give IP address. IP space address 10.0.0.1 255.0.0.0. See, I have given IP address. Likewise, go to the other side of the port channel. See, before I give IP address, I want to show you. Show IP interface brief. There is no IP address assigned. We are assigning IP address now. Interface port channel 1, no switch port, IP space address 10.0.0.2 255.0.0.0. Now we got layer 3 Etherchannel. What is the proof? What is the proof? What is the proof? Show port channel. Show spanning tree. There is no spanning tree now. In layer 3 there is no spanning tree. This is layer 2 now. Not layer 2 now, it is layer 3. Show IP route. Route is not showing because you didn't give IP routing command. You need to enable routing globally. IP routing. Because it's a switch, we need to enable this command IP routing. You are requesting the switch to support routing. Now if you check the routing table, show IP route, you can see a route. And it is pointing towards the port channel 1. I'm on switch 1. I'm going to ping 10.0.0.2. Whose address is this? Well said. I'm going to ping now. It is pinging. This is what layer 3 Etherchannel. Now there is another proof. Show Etherchannel summary. Previously it was saying capital S means what? Previously it was layer 2. Right now it is saying capital R. It's layer 3 Etherchannel. And protocol we are using is PHGP. Any question? Alright, thanks for joining. See you in the next class. Goodbye.